Hi everyone, I'm Brett Crane. I run the sales engineering team at Vivint. I wanted to talk with you a little bit about how Ava can alleviate tool fatigue while boosting performance for your sellers. Most sellers we found toggle between upwards of 10 systems every single day just to get the insights they need about their deals and improve their ability to win. Call recording software, note-taking apps, enablement platforms, competitive battle card repositories, these are just common examples that we've seen. Ava actually has the ability to join live customer interactions and has access to all your go-to-market systems as well too. Ava's here on this Zoom call. She's transcribing it. So there's no need for call transcription services for things like that anymore either. She's also live understanding and can give those insights to you while on the call, answering questions, documenting risks, and capturing things like follow-ups for you as well too. So let's say goodbye to Ava on this recording, and we'll start with a few simple things she can help us do while working on a deal as well too. Let's swap over. Here we go. So now Ava is, again, in all the customer interactions. She's also hooked into things like your calendar, right? So Ava actually sees and understands things like past meetings. She can let you know what took place so you don't have to remember. That's sort of table stakes for this stuff. She can also give you upcoming media advice. And what becomes really important here is that Ava actually has insights into not only the interactions you've had so far, but also how your sellers should sell. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about that as well too. So she's helping your sellers prepare and deliver in a better way. And this is really geared towards how do we drive the best chance for us to win. Now, beyond that, we have the ability to do things like advise the seller on a lot of different things. Things like deal strategy, right? This is one of our popular items that Ava helps provide. What she's doing as this happens is she's actually combing things like our source files and information that's been happening, of course, the past conversations and all the things that have taken place. And my seller doesn't even have a crazy knowledge of a prompt library or a prompt engineer. They're simply getting all this work that Ava is combing through. She's producing things like solution documents as the deals progress. She's doing things like producing value cases as those deals move forward as well too. And leveraging all that same data, she's able to provide us with a strategic set of outputs for things that we could do to go de-risk our opportunity, right? Things like product issues, things like how do we demonstrate, a better workflow for the team moving forward? How do we engage the right stakeholders? And even gives us a map for how we can interact with our prospect directly to align and close the deal. So how does Ava actually do this stuff, right? That sounds great. Well, let's give you a visual of what that looks like. So we refer to this as the brain, colloquially here at Vivint. And what Ava has under her belt is a whole set of information about what your sellers ought to know when they're selling at your company. Things like, what do your products do? What's your sales process? Who are your competitors? What are the customer stories they should go leverage? She's also hooked into all those interaction points, email, conversations, those calendar events we talked about. All those things are being pulled together. So this acts as a unified brain for your sellers to go tap into. So she has all the things that the sellers need for when they should be selling a deal, all the things that are happening when they are selling a deal. And then using this information, Ava creates proactive work items without being prompted. Your sellers can go prompt her for some of these things as well too, but this will just be done for them as well. When things take place on your deal, Ava will go and take action on these things as well. So instead of spending hours and hours combing through recordings or looking through past calls in other systems, Ava will provide that for them without even being prompted. Okay, so beyond that, sellers are now able to be enabled by Ava. They're actually able to move quickly, and we saw some of these things that Ava can go do for them. But let's actually take this a step further and say a seller is going to want to do things like coaching. So they're going to go beyond the use cases of give me a product question answer, give me some competitive analysis help, give me some, populate a template for me for things like a post-sales handoff. They're going to move beyond that. They're going to go into what I would refer to as more dynamic enablement, right? And so what we're trying to do here is Ava can actually look back at all the past calls and conversations. She can hone in on one of them. She can focus on the individual or the team. And instead of giving, static courses that they can go review in a system that are outdated, probably in a couple of weeks, at best a couple of months, she can actually give you dynamic real-time analysis of what took place on your past conversations, give you some scoring, give you some observation and guidance on areas where you should go check in and improve. And then you can obviously keep digging in and keep moving forward on those areas to improve your chance to win this particular deal and improve your chances of winning all the next sets of deals that you have.